We're out here this morning picking jalapenos for tonight's dinner, which probably seems like an odd starting point for a video pertaining to cabinet building, but stick with us because I promise it'll all make sense in the end. You hear people say all the time that one day they'd love to build a house of their own, and really for the past year, me and Tanner have spent our time doing just that. But I guess building a house just wasn't good enough, so we decided, let's build the kitchen inside of it.
Now originally, we did not see this task as a big deal. We have plenty of tools. We have done plenty of projects. We know how to work with wood, and we thought we could get it done by the time the kids' birthday came around, late July-ish. We did not make it at all. And we got to about the point you're gonna see in this video. We had toe kicks in, we had cabinet boxes installed, and from there we really just put tablecloths over everything and didn't get to celebrate and show how the house was finished. But nonetheless, we're gonna bring in these jalapenos. We're gonna cook some dinner tonight, and you guys are gonna get a small glimpse into how it turned out. But we have to build it first. Alrighty, so we're trying to set this up mildly like we know what we're doing. So right here, we have our plywood. From there, we can spin, load it onto the table saw, rip her on down. With the help from me and Logan, we can get her to these sawhorses right here to rest for a little while. After their little nap, we take them to the miter saw, where they're gonna be chopped down, and hopefully, either at our outfeed table or just in any open space, we can do assembly. Let's get it.
Well, that idea sounded great and all, as he said it. That is the plan to pull from here, go to the table saw. But the only issue is this is all of our pre-finished plywood that we're gonna be using for our cabinet carcasses. However, we do have unfinished plywood under that we were gonna use for our toe kicks. It's not pertinent to have it finished, so it doesn't make sense for us to waste all this. So I guess it makes sense for us to move it twice, which is not ideal. But just a little setback.
Nothing new. I guessed that perfectly. There was 13 there. Damn, I'm good.
While he plugs that in, we like our toe kicks to be 3.5 high. I guess it's something you can do at whatever height you want, but the standard's 3 to 3.5. And then our cabinet height's gonna be 31, I believe, once finished.
Yeah.
It's your job. I really wish we had a saw stop with an outfeed table.
I am the outfeed table.
Now, before we actually get into building these cabinets, there was one thing worth pointing out, and that's at this point, this wasn't really our woodworking shop yet that we were used to. We had just spent the last year building our house and had just moved into it, and most of our tools and equipment weren't even here yet. There was no kind of organization or workflow, and it basically was just an empty shop full of boxes, totes, and whatever else we had managed to drag in so far. So even though we had our brand new shop to work in, we were pretty much back to our old school job site setup. Which, if you like, we actually have a whole video showcasing this setup. A Bosch job site table saw, a few basic tools, and a whole lot of cabinets left to build, and this was the first place that we started, the toe kicks.
See these nice boxes? Starting to get some shop equipment back in the shop, except for our big tools. An easier way that would be doing this would be not having a job site set up, would be having a beautiful miter station over there with some stop blocks, stop it, cut it, 19 inches, be a lot faster.
Those were the days.
We don't have tools. I guess we do have tools. We don't have setups. We don't have systems currently. We need systems.
No organization whatsoever. Everything just goes all willy-nilly.
But until then, this is how it will have to get done. And that is okay. I am
At least we're having fun.
I'm okay. We're just two brothers having fun. Shit. The more I sit and think about this channel, and I think about other channels and some of their business props. We should have been a golfing channel or a fishing channel? Why'd we choose two brothers working? It could have been two brothers having fun, period. Instead, we chose working as our business model. Still question my decision. We've already ran into problems, and we haven't even got a single toe kick made yet. We came in to measure everything, and we forgot that our foundation was actually poured a little too small. And so those issues compound into now's work, and luckily we caught it now instead of after the cabinets were built. But needless to say, we needed 91 inches from that wall to here to allocate for our base cabinets. But in order to center our sink on the window, which is what you would like, we only have 88 3/4 inches. So what we're gonna do is we'll make our sink cabinet the same size, we'll make our double trash can cabinet the same size as what it should be, and we'll just squeeze this cabinet down. And that's the beauty of doing custom woodworking on your own, is that you have the ability to do that. That's all. Okay, so
Cut list.
cut list plus some math list. Let's just give a rough rectangular drawing of this. That way even you can remember it. Whoops.
I did a full freshman year of drafting. Was it house drafting? Not at all, but it was drafting
Okay,
nonetheless.
so we said 88 inches.
Yup.
88 3/4 is our measurement to where our face of the dishwasher will sit. So we're gonna make it 88, that way we can have a full face on the outside of the toe kicks, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, stay tuned and we'll get to that, probably not anytime soon in our time, but really soon in your time. So 88's that measurement that we want in terms of our length. An average cabinet is 24 inches deep, so we're gonna subtract our 3.5 inch toe kick from that as well, adding up to be what? Simple math. Man, it's hard when you're talking and trying to do the math. 20.5, so that would be our finished size, 20.5. Now you have to subtract 3/4 for the back plate and 3/4 for the front plate. So subtract 1.5 inches and you get 19, right? 19 is what we'll cut our inside stringers to, and we'll probably do what? 5?
Between 88, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, 5. Maybe once we start doing it, we won't like that and we'll add more, we'll subtract more, I don't know. But needless to say, 88 for our front and back, 19 for all of our stringers in between. We'll brad nail them, follow it up with some countersunk screws, and they'll be great, ready for install for at least, one of the walls. Then we have to do that same process for all of them. But
And an island.
And an island, oh my God, and an island.
Can you quiet down over there?
Tanner, I know what we're gonna do today. Did you ever realize we're the Phineas and Ferb of woodworking?
If you never watched Phineas and Ferb growing up, basically every episode there are these two brothers that would wake up with absolutely nothing going on and somehow decide they were going to build something completely ridiculous that day. And it was never really a question of whether or not they knew how to do it. They just have an idea and then start building. A roller coaster, a giant robot, a time machine, whatever it was that day, they somehow had the confidence that they could figure it out. And that was kind of the whole show. Phineas was usually the one with the big idea, Ferb did not have a whole lot to say about it, and then the two of them would just go make it happen. Which is probably why Logan made this comparison, because if you've ever watched enough of these videos, you've probably figured out who comes up with a lot of the ideas. And apparently, I'm Ferb. I don't know if that's because I'm the one helping him build all of it, or because he thinks I don't talk enough. Either way, somehow we keep ending up in the shop building whatever ridiculous things we decided sounded like a good idea that week. So yeah, I guess we're the Phineas and Ferb of woodworking.
We're not even one whole day into this cabinet business, and we've already ran into a problem. We don't have all the toe kicks built. So, for those of you who have ever messed with a job site saw, you might know that both the fence itself is able to go side to side, as well as the bed itself. You can unlock and actually extend that out a little bit. So, before we started, I tried extending the bed just so we would have more room to run our plywood, give us a little more support. Well, that didn't work. So when I pushed it back in, I forgot to lock it. We set our fence up where it needed to be set up, and then we proceeded to cut. And so we thought that the table saw itself was moving, which it was slightly, but what was actually happening was the table saw's bed was actually slowly moving. So we slowly compounded measurements on our toe kicks. And so because of that, we wanted a 3.5 inch toe kick. And the good thing about custom work and doing it for yourself is we're gonna have a 4 inch toe kick, and that's okay. So they compounded up to around a 4 inch toe kick. We've never done it before, and so I think what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna cut these down to 4 inches now. They're slightly over that, and luckily we caught it when we did. And we'll go in there, and whenever we're leveling them, it should amount to around the same size measurement when all things are said and done. That's the plan for now. Might not be the indefinite plan. And we'll keep you guys posted. So in the meantime, enjoy us fixing our first of many mistakes. Well, kind of resembles what's going to look like a kitchen hopefully really soon. At least it's going to resemble something that we can do our floor around and still have that floating floor tomorrow. But beyond that, kind of don't know where we're going with this. We're going to try and level everything, try and make sure everything stays square, but we've never done this before. The walls probably aren't perfectly square. And so ideally, if we mess up now, all it does is compound issues later, and we don't want that. We don't want that at all. So we're gonna do the best we can. We have our laser out. We're gonna make sure everything kind of stays square, measure, level, everything like that. We'll tap some treated boards into the concrete, level everything, screw said toe kicks into the treated boards that will then have tapcon. So in theory, it should work as long as we don't get in a hurry. We measure everything twice, we level everything 4 times, and just pay attention to what we're doing because we really don't want to compound issues. There you go. That's more like it.
Way easier said than done.
Without further ado, let's get
Without
it.
further ado. Okay, so with how plumbing laid out and the fact that we didn't build it like this beforehand, I have to now cut out and then just reattach a little notch in for it. So we're gonna use the old oscillating tool and hope to God this bit is good enough. If not, I don't know. I'm not too versed with this tool, so let's see it. So, these are not correctly measured out. If you're Logan, you about start hammering them in and just going with it. But we have to measure it out to where it'll be equal on each side and fit the stove in. Don't be like Logan, be like Tanner, the idea man. Yeah. Is that going in the video, right?
No. You know, words do hurt.
Piss off. Well, mean to me for 18 years. I did also just that, literally under it. Because I was not thinking about it too until I looked over and they weren't equal.
70, are you hooked or not? God
Yeah.
dang it. 71.5.
Okay.
Divided by 2 is what? My phone's recording, so.
71 and a half. 35 would get you to 70. 35 and a half would get you to 71. 35 and 30. Yes.
3/4.
Oh no. God damn it. That look right?
You know, it really does. It really does. We need to go figure out the actual dimensions on this.
Of your.
We'll be right back. 2 things to note here. 1, yes, Tanner had a good idea on actually measuring the wall and not just jumping ahead of the gun and screwing things in. However, because of that, we went out, we checked on the stove, and I was telling you earlier how I'm a semi-professional woodworker and also like to think myself as a semi-professional chef. Well, I did not know this, but whenever you go to an oversized range, it also adjusts the depth of said range. So the depth is not the same as what our toe kicks were going to be and what our allocation for the cabinets was going to be, which was going to be a normal 24-inch depth. So luckily we caught that. We're gonna have to either remake these and or add on to them to make them counter depth to where that stove will fit in here more appropriately, rather than having it be shallow and just look absolutely terrible. So we'll remake those, we'll get them hammered on, but we're gonna move on to the next wall because of that for the time being.
I'll give you credit. Good save.
You too. So what you see we have Tanner doing here is marking out studs. So what we're gonna do in theory is cabinet screw the toe kick into a stud. That way we have a level base to kind of go off of. Then we're gonna tap con in the treated boards. And then, and only then, will we fully level this, fully square it the way that we need to make this bay of cabinets install smoothly. So enjoy as he finds studs. He's not very good at it.
What was that? It's in that area.
Yeah, that's sort of, don't worry about that one. Do the back wall. That way
Do
we have
this wall?
Yes, that way we have a pivot point with our front side.
Okay, let me just find another stud for you real quick. Just so
Well,
you saw
I was
that
wondering why you were
first.
going to the side wall to begin with anyway, but
I just like being
sometimes
prepared.
I like to let you do what you got to do. There's gonna be one right around that outlet, so. Point exactly.
Shut up, Meg.
So as long as it's level then on that back wall from there, we'll go ahead and zip all these cabinet screws in.
It is in the absolute worst spot.
Is it right where that is? You should have room to still
Okay,
get
I can
something in
angle
there.
it.
This is probably a good time to explain why we're even tackling this project ourselves. Because honestly, I got into woodworking for one reason: money. I moved out pretty much right after high school, and when you're that age, trying to afford everything, you start to look at stuff differently. And instead of, I need to go buy that, it became, well, I could probably build that. For a long time, that was the whole idea. Build what we needed, learn along the way, and then save money while doing it. And I guess eventually people started realizing that and paying us to build things for them, and that changed our mindset completely. It wasn't how cheap can we make this anymore, it became how good can we make it. Which is kind of funny because all these years later, here we are, right back there. I needed cabinets for my house and thought, well, we can build those.
Logan kind of covered why he got into all this, but for me, it was a little different. I wasn't moving out, I didn't have a house I needed to fill with stuff, and honestly, I just had an older brother who was always working on something. So a lot of the times, I'd just go over there to hang out, or if he needed another set of hands, he'd just give me a call. There wasn't really any thought behind it beyond that. We definitely weren't sitting there thinking, hey, maybe one day this could turn into a business. And it was just something we did. He'd decide he could build something instead of buy it. I would get roped into helping and we would figure it out as we went. And we kept doing it. One project turned into another. We got a little better. We bought a few more tools, started trying things we probably had no business trying yet, and eventually other people started asking us to build things for them. Because somewhere along the way, hanging out and helping my brother build stuff turned into us actually building stuff together. And eventually, that became Touch of Spice. Starting out, we turned a lot to YouTube to help us learn things. We would go to John Malecki, Blacktail, Bourbon Moth, Four Eyes, so many other creators. And that's when the conscious decision to make Kincraft was born. We knew and understood that we could do anything we put our minds to, and promised to each other that we would not change from off camera as we were on camera. The banter, the jokes, us. That doesn't change, and I truly believe that's why this works.
You could have warned me. I didn't know how close I was.
This is the having fun part of it. I have so much fun.
Dude, that really hurt.
Boo-hoo.
My god, I love Kincraft for this reason, because I don't even remember this happening at the time, but apparently carrying plywood and walking backwards at the same time was a little too much for Tanner to handle that day, and going back and seeing this and reliving it has been the best part of my day. And you guys heard him, he said, you could have warned me, and yeah, I probably could have, but then again, we wouldn't have this clip, so I think I made the right call, and that's why I'm Phineas, so get up, Verb.
Would you like to tell them what you're doing?
Oh, are we rolling, I guess?
Yeah, I just press go.
Okay, so trying to stay organized, trying to make sure everything goes as smoothly as possible, as yesterday was the railing day and nothing went good. So different day, different project. Railing's still not done, but we're on to here. So we're hopefully gonna be building boxes by the end of the day, have a kitchen look like a kitchen. I'm just marking all the measurements.
Backer panel, short of being refined down to the full 31. Done. I need one at 33.25.
You need one at what?
33.25. You're sweating too? Who wants lunch?
I say it's 11:30.
Who wants lunch? Say it loud for everyone to hear. And that, my friend, is how you cut down a bunch of plywood to make kitchen cabinets. So let's make some kitchen cabinets.
Okay, alrighty. We're now on to assembly. We got everything broke down earlier in the morning / late afternoon. We're gonna do the glue and Brad, or screw, no glue, screw and Brad nail method. Pretty well tokened by Northeast and Bourbon Moth. They taught us it. Little do they know. So
Didn't teach us it. We just happened to watch their content and learn from them. Just
watch
like
that
watching
video.
ours.
Watch that video over and over again, even during lunch while we were waiting.
To really dig it home. Just to really dig it home. It's really simple though. So side panels go on. Base and top plates go in the middle. Brad nail to hold in place. Screw to keep longevity purposes. Backer plate then goes on and encompasses the whole back. Same concept. Brad nails, screws, box done. Box is done.
Pretty simple. Thing is,
Not all the way done, but
never done it.
Because you still have to put your stringers in after that for drawers. But beyond that, I mean, pretty much done, okay? Pretty close to being done.
They're boxes.
They'd be boxes. They'd be able to be installed. We'd be able to utilize our kitchen that we're living in right now off of, tables. So we'll see. We'll see where this goes. So follow along for some learning with us.
Okay. Hey, here's the thing. All right. What is everything?
We organized this so we would not have any issues.
Famous last word.
See why people build them like this.
Yeah, start getting your bits a little out there. Sort of popping through.
Okay.
Just watch yourself.
Dude, I will watch myself. Okay?
Clearly you didn't.
No, not on that one. On all future ones. And I'm trying to go that way versus the other way. You know
I understand, but
do you know what I'm saying?
I didn't pack no what you had saying.
Name many other woodworkers that can do that.
I bet Cam could do it pretty good.
Bald?
Yeah, I think bald would help him. I don't know. I think the bald would help.
It'd probably hurt.
Well, yeah, but
30.
This-
We need to make sure too when we're doing that. We don't do that. We don't want to do that. That's one thing we need to make sure of. Oh, man. You're freaking embarrassing me with the
don't
camera
think-
on, dude.
I don't think we're gonna use that
That's
side.
embarrassing. Be sure to whistle the entire voiceover. Scared the shit out of me. I know you're firing.
I don't understand how you didn't know I was firing. I had it wound up for. But it literally just depends.
I do
on that
basically.
tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I get it. I pretty much make Kingcraft what it is.
He's got jokes. Please let me know. Please, God, make sure that's rolling. It is rolling. We have that on camera for playback. If I ever.
The people agree. One of these days we'll do it. One of these days when our channel is big enough, we will do a poll and we will let them decide. They'll probably pick you because you're a young kid.
I was about to say, who did Workbench Con pick?
Yeah, same reason.
Ready?
No. Do I look
Ready?
ready? Do I look ready?
Ready? How are you feeling, Goose? Sweet.
Here's where I'm at. Better than anything you can get from a big box store that is, you know,
We good?
fabricated into junk. Is it a full-blown, full-time cabinet shop quality?
God, no.
No, it's Kingcraft quality. Probably better. Why? Because we're having fun.
What I'm getting ready to do now is place some stringers, well actually really spacers, on the ones that either didn't necessarily math out right or got changed after the house was built and or kitchen set up. So I'm just gonna shoot them like this, as level as possible, and we're gonna see how it goes.
Time out. Let me help explain. They did math out right. The reason that we're putting these on is so it maths out right when it comes time for our face frames. That's why we're
So
doing
we
that.
didn't math it out right.
Yes, we did.
Seems like we didn't if we have to add stringers, but.
We would have to no matter what, so that way we get our inch and a half face frame all the way around.
You're just saying that because Northeast said it.
I am. I mean, yes, that is what we want, inch and a half. So where our two boxes meet, obviously we'll have one side panel from one box and the side panel from another box meeting, making an inch and a half. So we're following that inch and a half face frame all the way around. That's why we're adding these.
Why don't you just do the talking?
I just did.
The boxes themselves honestly went pretty quick. Once we got a couple figured out, we just kind of kept knocking them out. And I remember thinking at this point, hell man, we're actually pretty damn good at this. Long story short, we were getting enough of them done that we were running out of room in the shop. So we started carrying them inside as we went. So yeah, I know, there's already a few sitting around in here. This one though, this was our first one we're actually putting in place and installing. So here we go with being cabinet makers.
With how plumb we are, literally every direction, how level we are, our toe kicks are doing their job. It's just the walls that we're gonna be fighting. So when it comes to time to do this guy, we're gonna have to remember to scribe it. So we'll wanna make it a ½ inch bigger on that and scribe it to the wall. You know, same over there.
If not, caulk.
Oh yeah, there ain't nothing cuter than a 1/4 inch caulk bead.
Beautiful.
Nothing I like more.
Make fun of you.
What?
I do not.
Well, you got a pencil in your pocket?
Yeah. Got something else in there too.
Don't want
We are recording. What? It's just a night.
How'd you do that, honey?
I just heard, oh shit, the water's not off. Am I good to let off?
See if there's pressure still. I don't know.
There's pressure still.
How?
I don't know.
Dude, my water's off. Oh my god. My main is off. That makes no sense. How is there water? Is there still pressure behind it?
I don't want to find the fuck out.
Dude, it shot everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
We turned the main off, but we did not bleed the lines. And I guess that was a bad idea before we cut it.
We are woodworkers for a reason.
Woodworking. No plumbing if we ever do this again.
I'm scared to let off.
Water main is completely shut off. The main to the house is shut off. There should be zero water getting anywhere.
Well,
That
it's
has
over
to
there,
be
over here,
residual.
You think take it off and just try to cover it with a towel for now?
Is it still spewing?
I don't know. I can feel the pressure though.
Sure.
I am literally. I watched it just.
I am mortified to cut the other line. You want to know something bad though? I grabbed the closest thing I could fucking find.
That's the wrong
and I put
fucking
the
line.
wrong valve on.
God damn it. I was wondering how you stopped it so quick.
I grabbed the quickest thing I could find.
I was like, you just sit there finger plugging it?
Anyone know how to get a shark bite off?
No.
There's a way. There's a special tool though, if I remember right.
Oh, Logan. Hey, baby.
I was so scared during that I was like,
I'm gonna flood the fucking
I was
house.
like, the main is off. I was sincerely concerned. Ready. But I will tell you, I'm scared.
I'm just the video guy. If anything explodes here, I'm moving the camera.
It started coming out a little bit when I was right there. I was like, just a little residual. It'll drink. I just think I was at Holiday World splashing safari.
Hey, that one didn't do it. Okay, so these outlets here and here, they collide with this right here. So I'm gonna notch them out with the oscillating tool, my favorite, and then we should be good to hook them in. Oh. I probably should have safety glasses on.
So yeah, I shut the water off. What I didn't do was bleed those lines. Why that didn't cross my mind, I have no idea. But let me tell you, I figured it out pretty quick. And honestly, this goes right back to what I said at the beginning of this video. Everybody wants to build their own house one day, but when you picture it, you only picture the good parts. Standing walls, the roof going on, the whole picture coming together and finally moving in and being able to look around and say, wow, we built this. You don't actually think about all the shit that happens in between. Our faux liming washed fireplace that was only gonna take 2 washes, but in fact took 5 or 6 and me calling in my wife before I had a mental breakdown. Our loft railing and stairs, for God's sakes, are wood. We work with wood. That took us 3 weeks and ended with me throwing one of the rails outside. And there's plenty more. Things that took longer. We screwed stuff up and tore things back apart. We had to figure out how to fix things that we didn't even know could go wrong. And I'm not saying don't build your own house. In fact, I'm saying the complete opposite. Because that's also the part that makes saying you built something meaningful.
Alrighty, so with these cabinets here that are on either side of the stove, we kind of forgot Logan is a bougie bitch, so his stove is bigger than most. Hi, Ruger. So we didn't allocate for the stove being farther out, and it would look odd if the cabinets were farther back, showing this kind of stainless look instead of the finished white. So I had to come in and add little 2 3/8 inch spacers off the wall to make that seam up good, and then it also allocates for the face frame to line up perfect. So that's all I've been doing. I think it's hearing the dinosaur roar upstairs.
I don't know. My son got shots yesterday, and so he decided he was going to stay home today. So if you hear dinosaurs roaring, he really likes Jurassic World, so get over it, I guess. We are back, and we are hopefully finishing up our cabinets here today, at least the carcass side of things. So with that, we're going to expand on this. So we kept this side of our cabinets on our island just normal counter depth. That way we weren't losing a whole bunch of wasted space just by making it this full depth. So now what we're going to do is we're going to build the small little boxes here. That'll then go on the back side of this cabinet here. It's not gonna be much space, but at least it's not wasted dead space. So we're gonna do that, we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get his stove carcasses fastened to the wall, so you're gonna see kind of how we did that. And same concept there. We were going to rebuild the boxes. It just didn't make sense to rebuild the boxes because we weren't going to gain but 2 inches. So instead, we just built the spacers on the back. Then lastly, before we can get our countertop guys out here to measure, we got to finish the dishwasher carcass wraparound, whatever you want to call it. So that's got to get built yet. And then in theory, we could call our countertop guys to come out and laser measure, install, and have some cabinet countertops going in here. We still got face frames to do. We still got drawer boxes to do. We still got doors to do.
Every ounce of hardware.
All the hardware. Lots to do yet. Lots to do. Stay tuned. He's going inside to look at the measurements, but
30 3/4.
we took a book of measurements, so we should be able, by process of elimination, figure out what the measurement is for the island. But
Oh, I was talking to myself. I'm so sorry.
I'm talking as well.
It picked up my audio of remembering
You think
what
it picked
numbers
up your
it
audio
was.
too?
Huh?
Well, that's fine. We'll see if it sounds good as I call you an idiot.
Why'd you call me an idiot?
We have the measurements right here.
Yeah, but we're less than 31 on that one.
Tall?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's a pew hair under, though. Question me
Who cut
again.
'em?
Probably you.
Who cut them?
Probably you.
I want to know.
I bet it was you. And then the insides are 30 3/4.
Let's start them over.
All of it?
Everything.
All
House
of it?
as a whole. Oh, sorry.
So that will go like that. Zzz, zzz, zzz. You can't see it, but there's Craig's on this side because of the name Craig Foreman.
Every job's a two-man job. Proof why Kingcraft exists.
It's so much nicer than having to hand drill it.
So much nicer having you, not having to drill at all.
That's all I'm good for.
We really need a cameraman so I don't have to keep doing this. Then I'd get away with doing nothing.
That's a
needs to go
bottom
out.
panel.
Needs to go out. All right.
Or is that a side panel? That's a bottom panel.
Yeah. This should be a top and a bottom, so it needs to be on
Okay,
the
so
outside.
we gotta make sure that one.
That's a top and a bottom, bud. Yep.
Well, I'm just trying to make sure.
Make sure all the
For how
crates.
we-
Help me out here. I'm drowning.
Nope, already wrong.
No, I'm not wrong. This is a top and a bottom. You just said it.
Yeah. No, wait, no, that's a top and a bottom.
Those?
Yes, you grabbed the 30 and
This was 30 and 3/4.
Yeah.
Our height was 31,
Fuck. Wait. Okay, I'm so lost.
which means I have the tops and the bottoms.
Okay, you do. Don't ever do cabinets where the measurements are similar.
Get here. I can't trust you to measure. I can't trust you to do nothing.
Please blow out the side. Ready?
No, I'm not in there. Money shot, bud. Just you. Down to demonetize.
On my way.
Well, just
Kinda
fucking
sunk
suck
it
it that
in.
way. So, because we don't want to run into the same issue that we just had with this, take things apart, put it back together, should work out better, might not, and we might.
Why
end up
do you
just going
not
to
tell me
plan
whenever you're doing talking head?
Have you been out there talking?
Talking to myself, yeah, and all the voices.
Well, they're gonna hear that then for sure.
Just
You've
restart.
probably been whistling.
I have been whistling. That's mostly what I was doing, but I found the right pieces. Start it over, take two.
Take two. So, essentially what we're doing now We don't know why, but this unit here has given us quite the complications. Not really sure why, but it has nonetheless. What we probably should have done was assemble all 4 of these cubbies outside as one unit, and then we would have known that we could have got it perfectly level, all 4 corners. However, we had a birthday party for our kids out here this past weekend, so we really kind of just needed the cabinet space, more or less. So we got in a hurry, we threw them in for it. If we were gonna do this for a job, we wouldn't do it that way. We'd do it the right way, but we're not here doing it the right way. We're doing it the way that you shouldn't do, but we're showing you how to get around it. Jesus. So how we're gonna try this one to make sure everything falls out appropriately is we're gonna put this side panel in here first, do the side panel over there by Tanner, Craig screw them in, and then in theory what we should be able to do is just drop in our bottom panel and screw it in, and drop in our top panel and screw it in, and we'll have a box. And it should work, but we don't know. So that's why you're here to find out.
Probably need to router that first.
Yeah, you probably should.
First off, let's see if your jalapenos and garden is worth a damn. And second off, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Expect part 2, 3, 4, L5, because this build took a lot more time, effort, and energy than we ever imagined. We appreciate it. Let's get it.